Welcome to Kick 'em in the Head, a podcast that takes an inside look at the world of mixed martial arts, featuring interviews with some of the top fighters from South Africa and around the world, with a focus on the EFC and UFC promotions. I'm your host, Yaw. Join us as we delve deep into the techniques, strategies, and mindsets of these world-class athletes, learning from their experiences and gaining insights into what it takes to succeed in the toughest sport on earth. Shahid.
My man, Yaw.
You know, I think today at Team CIT has been amazing, and we have another interview with an Angolan sensation.
I'm so happy, my man. You know what? It's not often in South Africa. The South African people actually don't know that the pedigree of African fighters in South Africa, because of the EFC, is monumental. And here we are sitting with the beast himself. Not the South African rugby player from Zimbabwe, but this man right here from Angola. I am so happy to introduce him. Please introduce yourself and tell us where we can find you on social media.
Awesome. What's up, guys? I'm Nerik Simoes, aka known as the Beast. I didn't give myself that surname, but anyways. But yeah.
You can see why. I mean, look at him, man. This is awesome. I love it.
Listen, you can find me on Facebook, Nerik Simoes. You can find me on Instagram, Nerik S22. The S is for September, 22 is my date of birth.
Yeah.
So you know when you reach September, you know what to get me. Awesome.
Nerik, can you tell us why you are here in South Africa training MMA?
Initially I came here to study, you know what I mean? Study as during my journey of studying, then I discovered MMA from my two fellow Angolans and good friends of mine, Matt and Marino. So and from there, MMA just sucked me in.
Yes.
It's like it came to me like, listen, forget the rest, come to me. So I was like, hey, listen, wait, sorry to cut.
No.
That thing, I never believed that saying of you don't choose the game chooses you. I understand why. I understand. I felt like the game chose me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many fights are you on, and when is your next one?
I had my last fight was in March, and I had a bit of a few setbacks with injuries and stuff. And I think if all goes well, you'll be seeing me on not September. I'm sorry, I love my month too much. Sorry, December. Yeah, at EFC.
Wow.
So you're going to be at EFC 110?
Yes, it should be there. Yeah, we'll be there.
Can you give us any indication of who you may be fighting?
No. I wanted to tell you who I wanted to fight, but I'll keep it diplomatic, correct?
For now.
For now.
You can call out anyone you like.
No. We bumped a few times, so he knows who it is. He knows himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's an introduction to the podcast. You're going to be seeing a lot of Nerik.
Yes.
So, hey guys, we're going to be feeling him out and getting all the spice out of him. So don't worry if he is not giving it to us right now. Nerik, what is it like coming from Angola, coming to South Africa, and coming into a sport that is basically still very underground?
It's quite interesting because first things first, what the sport and what coming from Angola to South Africa made me realize is appreciate, not different cultures, different beliefs. At the end of the day, you put whatever beliefs you have. At the end of we all want to achieve one goal, which is we all want to be winners in the gym. So I try, it makes me really, really adapt to how my training partners think or how they look at things. So at the end of the day, there's not really much of a. I'm getting off topic a bit, but yeah.
No, go
yeah. But I feel like how can I put it to you? It's you put you don't become selfish. You know what I mean? Because from where I'm from, I used to grow up with listen, it's either your people or no one else. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's not about your people. It's about wherever you are, achieve your goal, and you know what I mean, and embrace whoever helps you achieve that goal. So,
I mean, that's beautiful.
Sweet.
That's the community we find in MMA.
Yes,
and you as a young fighter now, how does it feel to be in the presence and training with such pedigree? Like, I've seen you on social media, you've been training with Cameron a little bit. How does that feel? How is that for the level of your MMA game?
It helps a lot. It's very it motivates me a lot because it pushes you, like it gives you how can I say, an idea of where you're gonna reach if you just keep the hard work and being constant at what you do. So not just Cameron, with Rickers, with the other Zulu as well, with my other training partners, I see, with how much what they achieve in the sport, the work they put in, and it motivates me to, those days where I don't feel like training, to just not, this is where you want to get to, and just push.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
So you mentioned motivation for training, and that's a really big thing. We spoke to Stefan Del Rey earlier, and he gave us insight to, having that right mindset. How do you keep the right mindset as a fighter when you have to train every day, you have life's pressures on you, and this is not an easy job? How do you keep your mental health okay, your fighter mental health okay?
Believe it or not, it's my training partners. If I skip 2 sessions, they'll let me know in the most violent way possible. So yeah, it's like how can I put it? It's the constant way of competition. You tell yourself, if I skip today, then that guy will get better. Then next thing you know, sparring will be hard for you. And I feel like it helps a lot because don't get me wrong. There are days where your body's like, say, hey, listen, you need to give a bit of a break. But then there's a difference where your body needs to give a break and when you're being lazy. And and we always getting better every day. So you know what I mean? You don't want to be left behind. You want to you know what I mean? The bus is going, you want to jump into that bus and make yourself better all the time. So that's why I feel like my biggest motivation is my training partners, because you don't how can I say? It's like when you're studying for a test. And you tell yourself, nah, I won't study today. Then you say, you get like, let's say a 50%, then you see all your buddies are getting 90s.
Yes.
If you don't get any better motivation than that, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I feel like my training partners are my biggest, is the biggest key to me being in the gym every day. So yeah.
And training every day, how do you keep motivated? I understand your training partners are a big part of you training, but personally, what motivates you in MMA and what is your future goal?
The future goal is, what? If I tell you, I want to be a champion.
Yes.
That's sort of like putting like, okay, when you become a champion, then what? That's sort of like a limitation.
Yes.
I want to go beyond that. Like I go achieve. I want my achievement not just for me, but to open doors to my fellow teammates, to my fellow countrymen. How can I say? We have a saying: when you reach to the top, you grab a rope or you grab a ladder, throw down, so your training partners can also, or your friends can also climb up.
Yes.
Like you don't want to be in a situation where your achievement is just for you. No,
Yes.
you want to achieve. So it how can I say it more? It impacts other people positively. So yeah, I feel like that's my biggest motivation.
To inspire.
Yeah, inspire. So yeah,
Beautiful.
and drive bicycles. Of course.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah,
Nerik, I
that's
love
it.
So what does your mother think about your MMA career?
Yo, we have to bring that back.
We have to talk about that. I'm very curious. You know how family is, especially when you go into fighting in Africa. Most parents want you to get a conventional job, doctor, lawyer, whatever the case is. And then you say, Mom, Dad, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
Like, how's the reaction?
It's how can I say, it's never positive. And the thing is, with me, when I'm in camp, I never tell my mother that I'm fighting. But then mothers have that instinct.
Oh, they know everything. Too.
They'll look at me like, hey, you've been eating salads for way too long. Then they're like, okay. Then they'll see me, I'm losing weight.
Yeah.
What's going on? Then like, mother, I'm on camp. Then she's like, oh, let me bring your name. I'm taking to the press. Sunday press.
Yes. It's good.
So it's weird having that mother's motivation towards the fight. It also helps a lot. So yeah, like I never tell her. Like I rather tell my pops. Like pops, like he has that
Yeah,
When it
then
comes
she
to-
said pride, right?
Yeah, go show them the Simoes name. Go there. But then when it's mother, it's like, oh, again this thing.
Hey.
Like and she bring funny theory like, hey, listen, your country's been war for more than 30 years. What you like, so that's weird. Like she finds different ways to like get me off my journey. But then it comes to a point like when you show how serious you are about your goals and dreams, your family will have no choice but to support you. So
No, that's beautiful. And I think that the spiritual side of MMA isn't spoken about a lot, but those prayers, those motivation, the thoughts. I mean, even her saying that, like, don't do it. It's a way of love and it's a way of caring, and I'm sure that motivates you. How has it been with the fans in South Africa? How have you found it?
Yeah, I like it's. I always say it's always very motivating when you don't know who you motivate, who you how can I say inspiring. Thank you. Who you inspiring, because I had a situation where I was in the mall, then I had this guy staring at me for like 2 minutes. I'm listen, I'm a big fan of horror movies. I know a creep when I see one. So I'm like, hey brother. Like, then I was like, hey. Then he comes to me like, hey, you Nerik? I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm a big fan. Like, wow. Okay. Yeah, exactly. but like next time, I'm like, hey bro, next time just go. Don't stare at me like for so long. So like it's
So
quite
guys,
inspiring.
if you see Nerik in public, just approach, tell him you love him and you want to see him fighting all the time, but not with you.
And if I don't have my glasses, just bear with me. Like like there's times where I don't have my glasses and then people scream my name and I'm like, where? But yeah, it is what it is, bro. Awesome.
So where can people contact you on social media?
On my Instagram, Nerik /S22.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Facebook. Yeah. Or you can just DM me. Listen, don't DM me and say, hey Nerik, what's up? Like, I'll be honest with you. I don't really I'll look at all they think, but when you share memes to me, I'll be like, oh, I'll be your friend when you share me memes. I'll be your best friend.
So ladies, if you're trying to get in there with Nerik in his DMs, send the memes, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put my boy on here. You know it.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Nerik,
Awesome.
what is the best way to end an awesome interview like this?
The best way. Let's see. I think listen. I would say. Okay. On the serious note, first things first, guys.
Yeah.
Be nice to people.
Yes.
Just be nice.
Be nice to people.
You don't know. Sometimes you're a random act of kindness. You don't know who you
that's
helping. Like, so I feel like
And if they are not nice and they're not kind, we need to kick them in the head.
Yep.